Ahoy! As the West Ham fans are singing before every game, I am forever blowing bubbles, and that's what we are doing in the Zlín Film Festival Bubble Studio, where we welcome guests from the festival, and today we even have Czech guests in our seats, which makes us extra happy and extra proud. And the name is Filip Špinka, and he's the director of a film. Some call it Brother, some call it Bro. Bro, okay. That's very Czech. Bro. And we also have Renate Brenten, who is the translator for Filip and was also involved in the film on the sideline. Filip, I think you can tell us what the story is about in 3 sentences.
Okay.
It's a short film.
Yes.
So it's going to be a short synopsis. Good.
Yes. Děkuji za pozvání. Film Brácha je o skuteční události z roku 2018, kdy teprve 14letý kluk přišel o svůj život kvůli šikaně a ten příběh je ukázka té šikany.
Thank you for inviting me. The story is about 14-year-old boy who suffered from bullying, and this film is about that.
I was saying oh yeah, it's a short film because usually we have feature films here, but I'm really happy and interested that we can also shine a spotlight on a beautiful short film with a short title, Bro. I noticed in this festival this year, there's a lot of films about brothers. It seems to be the topic of the year, brothers. How important is it to have a brother, and what can brothers mean to each other?
Tak říká, že je hrozně rád, že může přivítat i krátký film na tomhle festivalu nebo v tomhletom studiu, protože většinou tady mají hrané celovečerní filmy a hodně se tady opakuje letos téma Brácha nebo něco jako se sourozencem. A co si myslíš, že pro tebe nebo v tom filmu znamená ten brácha?
Ten brácha je vlastně klíčová postava, protože jedinej on viděl, co se opravdu děje, takže brácha je velmi důležitá postava v tom filmu.
The brother in this film is very important part of the film because he was the only one who saw that there is something happening with the little brother and was the only one who actually was trying to reach out and help.
A jsem velmi rád, že to zrovna hrál Dan Rowland a Tomáš Brenton, kteří prostě jako bratři vypadali.
And I'm very happy that these 2 brothers were chosen quite well for Daniel Rowling and Tom Brenton, who is, and they played really well together and they actually acted like brothers and they looked quite like brothers.
Do you have a brother?
No. Sister.
A sister.
Yes. Moje segra má dneska narozený, tím jí přeju hodně štěstí a zdraví.
Actually, my sister's has got her birthday today, so I'd like to say happy birthday, sister.
Good. So that's how important the role of a brother can be. Thank you so much, Filip. There's 2 brothers, but there's also a bigger family. And there's a father who describes, I think the first words that the father says in the film is, "Where is the little bastard?" That's the way he describes his son, at least in the English translation.
V tom filmu jsou taky další lidi z rodiny, například tatínek, který úplně to první, co řekne ve filmu, je, kde je ten malý hajzl. So you want to ask about...
Yeah, what does it mean when the father describes his son like a little bastard?
Co tím jako chceš říct v tom filmu, že ten táta vlastně na něj takhle jako prvotní jeho informace je to, že na něj takhle zařve.
What does it say about that man?
To, co tím chci říct, je hlavně to, že šikana nikdy, ve většině případů se nikdy kluk nezabije kvůli šikaně, ale kvůli dalším okolnostem. Kdyby to měl doma v pohodě, tak by se nikdy neublížil, ale protože měl i nefunkční rodinu, takže tam chci vlastně hned v první větě, kdy ještě otce nevidíme, protože je tam pouze voiceover za dveřma, tak chci ukázat, jak vztahy mezi rodinou můžou být křehké, jak můžou přispět tomu, že se teprve 14letý kluk zlomí v hlavě.
So the reason for that is to show at the very beginning of the film that there is always a background to bullying and no one is going to kill themselves just because there is a bullying at school, but because if they would have functional family and if everything at home or around his friends and stuff would work well, then he would have somewhere to go to and he wouldn't feel like he has to end his life because
so that's a spoiler.
It is a bit, but it's always good to have a functional family. And in the first scene, he wanted to show that the family, in this case, is not functioning well, and it's not the help that he needs.
It's not only the family that lets him down, it's also the school that lets him down. And that's very surprising that when he rings the alarm bell, the school is just ignoring his...
Že to není teda jenom v rodině, ale i ta škola vlastně, i když se snaží jako žádat o pomoc, takže je odmítnut i v té škole.
A řekni, že ten film není pouze vzpomínka, že je to především výzva, že takový případy, které se tam v roce 2018 už se nikdy nesmějí stávat, protože uvědomme si, že teprve 14letý kluk se zastřelil.
What he wants to show in this film is that it's not only remembering what happened in 2080 because it's based on a true story, but he wants to has it as an appeal to people that it shouldn't happen and people should always listen and be there for other people, and it should make some sort of bigger appeal that people should listen and know about what's happening around them with other children and people that need help.
I was surprised a bit by the ending of the movie because it's, what the Big Brother is trying to create is a sense of guilt with the people who did not listen to his younger brother. But guilt is not going to bring his brother back. It's not going to heal his soul. The only thing that he will get is that other people feel guilty. But it doesn't help you much in life, I'm afraid.
Že byl překvapený tím koncem, že ten vlastně starší brácha se snaží u těch lidí vyvolat spíš to, že se budou cítit špatně a viní z toho, že teda udělali něco špatně, ale že má pocit, že ta vina vlastně ničemu nepomůže a že to vlastně je toho bráchu zpátky nepřivede.
Okay.
But you wanted them to feel guilty.
Chtěl si, aby se cítili jako vinní a...
Chtěl jsem říct, že za šikanou nikdy nestojí jenom jeden člověk a že kdyby si to někdo všiml a včas zakročil, když šel vlastně ten kluk za tou učitelkou, když dával ty varovný signály, takže se tohle nemuselo stát a podle skutečnosti to opravdu takhle bylo. Když se vlastně dělalo to vyšetřování, tak oni chtěli, aby bylo vidět, že nesou vinu, ale zároveň jim to musela odpustit, protože probíhal nějaký potom policejní výslech.
So he did that on purpose because he is trying to base it on the real story, and in that case the school was actually on a fault as well, because the boy did try to reach out for help and they didn't listen and they didn't help, and if they would actually listen to all the signs and all the plea that he was trying to do, then maybe this would never happen. And there was some sort of police investigation afterwards, so they wanted them to feel guilty and they wanted them to know it was wrong.
Can you tell us very briefly one technical thing? You filmed a kart scene when they're driving in karts. How did you film it?
Technická věc, jak si dělal natáčení na těch autodromech, na těch...
Chci říct, že jsem měl výborného kameramana Michala Madeje a že to všechno vymýšlel on a bylo to tak, že před ním jela druhá vlastně motokára, protože když se pohyboval ten motor, tak to skákalo a pak to bylo normálně gripácky přiděláno, ale tohle to patří hlavně mému kameramanovi.
Well, I had a very good camera guy, Michal Mladej, who created all these ideas, and it was all his ideas. So basically in front of the card that was being filmed was another card with the camera gripped on, and they had to do it that way because all the other ways of putting it on the actual card was all blurred and didn't really work, so they had to try to find a different way, and the credit goes to the cameraman.
You might know that we have a famous last question in our festival bubble. We always ask our guests, since we are in Zlin, capital of shoes, we ask our guests to show us their shoes. Like put your feet on the table, Filip, and tell us the story of your shoes.
Je to taková tradice tady, protože je to město bot, tak aby si řekl něco o svých botách, jako s nějakou příběh.
ty boty jsem dostal od Ježíška díky mami.
Okay, I got these shoes from my mum. Thanks, mum.
Wow.
No, a co se týče nějaké historie, ty boty už jsou velmi starý, ale vždycky mě na každém rozhovoru přinášejí štěstí s tím, že v nich jsem natáčel i ten film.
And the story behind it, they are very old shoes, but I always wear them for important interviews, and they always bring me luck. And I also wore these when I was filming the film. So.
That's super. That's so nice. And the other thing is that you did not only bring a beautiful film to the festival, you also brought your shoes to the studio, you brought your sister to the studio, you brought your mom to the studio, and you brought Renata to the studio. So great job, Filip. Thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing the film and all the guests. And thank you for watching our film festival bubble. Hope to see you again. Ciao.